More people are searching in Google than ever before for more queries related to beauty services. Beauty salon near me, med spa near me, nail salon near me, lashes near me. Dozens of terms continue to grow in volume in Google, and Google Ads are one of the best ways to capture new leads for your salon or spa. Hi everyone, I'm Toby Danilchuk with 39 Celsius Web Marketing Consulting. We're a digital marketing agency in Temecula, California, just outside of San Diego and Los Angeles. And before we get into the content, if this video is helpful or insightful, please leave me a like on the video and a comment or question and a share. And because I do this for a living, if you need help with your salon or spa marketing, reach out to me directly at toby@39celsius.com. And a quick note on the video here, I cover a good amount of content here, so if you're looking for specific content related to Google Ads, scrub the timeline and you will see different chapters of this video that you can jump to. Okay, back to the content. Google has a steady stream of qualified potential clients for your business. It has 98% of all the search traffic and the #1 mobile phone operating system with Android. So when people need information, they grab their phones and start searching in Google. Just consider consumer behavior. The below data are from Google a few years ago, so these numbers are far larger now. In this video, I will cover the two core options you need to understand for Google Ads. Essential Google Ad strategies and options for your salon so you can get the best return as quickly as possible. Understand what you can expect for lead generation using Google Ads. Learn about Google Ads targeting options that are available to you. How to calculate a Google Ad budget that is reasonable yet effective. And are Google Ads worth it for beauty salons or day spas? The short answer is yes. As I illustrated earlier, people are actively searching Google for all kinds of beauty and day spa services, and the search volume continues to grow every year. From nails to hair, lashes, lash extensions, brows, facials, massages, blowouts, Brazilian waxing services, and more. The services people search for in Google are endless. The biggest benefit of using Google Ads is that it delivers warm, pre-qualified leads. Those potential prospects typed into Google what they were searching for. So we know they're interested, we just have to capture that traffic. Take a look at the monthly volume of searches using Google's Keyword Planner tool for the phrase hair salons and related terms in Google search. This search volume is in the geotargeted areas of Newport Beach, Irvine, and Costa Mesa, California. Thousands of searches per month for hair salon. Or what about nail salons or nail bars in the same geographic area? Thousands of more searchers looking for these services. The first two important decisions, search or display ads. If you're new to Google Ads, the first thing to understand is that there are two core advertising options for you to reach your ideal customers. Those two options are search or display campaigns. We'll first discuss search and then display ads. So search ads are when you bid for keywords that people are searching for in return for the opportunity to show your ad. For example, in the screenshots before, I posted samples of just some of the terms people are searching for related to hair extensions and lash extensions within the geo-target of Newport Beach, Irvine, and Costa Mesa. You can also see the cost per click column, CPC, in that example. Quick definition, cost per click is CPC, is the cost that you pay when someone clicks on your ad. Here's an example of search ads related to lash extensions. 3 different companies are showing their ads for the term lash extensions near me. So here's how to set up a winning search campaign. I will skip the basic initial steps of setting up your Google Ads account, billing and time zone, etc., and get right into how to set up a successful campaign. So step 1 is choose your campaign objective. We are going to start with the leads campaign objective. Leads for our specific case are phone calls to book an appointment, leads coming from forms on the website, or through a booking an appointment online. Once you start a new campaign, you are presented with several campaign objectives. The leads objective is the most relevant for a salon that wants to book appointments and get butts in chairs. After you click on leads, you will then choose phone call leads. Step 2, choose your campaign type, search or display. In this case, we're going to choose search, and then check website visits and phone calls. The other options are not optimal for what we're trying to achieve, which are phone calls, form submissions from the website, or booking an appointment online if your website allows for it. Step 3, set the daily ad spend budget. You can set any daily budget you want. I have a related post on how to identify your ideal Google Ads budget. The link to that is in the notes in the video description about how to set the right budget for your goals and for what stage your company is at in its evolution. Okay, so our bidding is set to conversions, and right now we do not want to target cost per action. Setting a target cost per action at this point can restrict campaign performance before it has any data to work from. Step 4, choose the networks where you want to show your ads. Once you have set your daily budget, choose search network and include Google partners and uncheck display. You do not want to run display with search in the same campaign. It is always better to have a separate campaign for search and another for display, but not in the same campaign. In this example, I entered the zip code 92037, which is in La Jolla area of San Diego. You have many options for targeting your ideal geographic areas. You can also drop a pin on the map and set a radius by checking the radius radio button. Step 6, set your language. Next, choose your language. In this case, I have English chosen. Choose next once you're done. Step 7, keyword selection. What keywords are you going to use? Okay, so now we move on to these keyword selections by clicking next. You'll notice that we are now at the ad group level. Ad groups hold keywords in ads. And here's where you have to stay organized if you have more than one salon service. For example, perhaps you do hair and lash extension. The critical point to remember is that you should have only one ad group for each type of service. So for example, you would have one ad group for haircuts and another for lash extensions. I will walk you through setting this up for nail services. I will type in nail salon and Google will populate with some good high value search terms. As you scroll down this keyword list, there are some terms that perhaps you want to include. I see a couple of phrases that should have their own ad group. Anything related to manicure, manicurist, and then pedicure, while both fall under nail salon services, you still want to align your ads to the keywords. So you would have a separate ad group for manicure related terms and another ad group for pedicure terms. When you organize this way with ad groups, the ads in each ad group will reflect the keywords you're adding, increasing performance and lowering the cost for you. Here's the final initial keyword list we'll start with. Additionally, we are using broad match keyword types. You have several options for keyword match types: broad, phrase, or exact match. You can learn more details about Google's match types from Google themselves, but for our initial campaign, we are using broad match. Broad match will match to similar keywords, it will match to misspellings, and it will match to synonyms. Here's an example. The keyword nail salon will match to nail salon near me, nail salon plus your zip code, best nail salons near me, and more combinations. The benefit of using broad match is that it will capture keyword variations that perhaps you didn't think about that customers are using to find your services. But the caveat for using broad match is that you need to tighten it up over time, as you can waste clicks and ad spend on some terms that are not a good fit. In the first couple of months, you will want to run a search terms report weekly to see all the variations of keywords that the ad showed for. There will be variations of your keywords that we do not want, and in that case, we will add those as negative keywords. Step 8. Now that we have our keywords in place, we are going to create our ads. Go ahead and type in the final URL. Hopefully this is a page that speaks only to your nail services, as this will improve the performance of the campaign. Similar to how we kept keywords narrowly focused on one service in the ad sets, along with the ads that reflected that service and its keywords, our landing page should take a similar approach and focus just on the primary service keywords. Now we're going to add multiple headline variations. Google will mix and match and automatically find the best combinations of headlines that produce the best performance. These are what are called dynamic search ads. Then add your descriptions, up to 4 variations, and Google will test the best performing descriptions. Off to the right as well, Google will give you hints and ideas for descriptions and headlines to help you along the way. Click Next. Site links are direct people to other parts of your site and are part of the ad, but Google decides when site links show in your ads. Still, these are excellent ad features that help expand on the ad size and increase the possibility of you getting the click and hopefully the conversion. What do you include in your site links? For evergreen site links, ones that never expire, you could include a link to About Us, Contact Us, or a link to a gallery page that shows examples of past work. For seasonal site links, perhaps you have a page dedicated to gift cards or unique nail services pages. So click on New Site Link and fill out the information. Add at least 3 different site links. Site links can be hugely beneficial as well when you have date-sensitive promotions. For example, maybe you have a special for Valentine's Day with special pricing. You created a specific page on your site for Valentine's promos. Create a site link for this, but set an expiration date to stop running on the 15th of February. So in the below example, I put a start date and an end date, but think of all the holidays or specials you might run and how you can incorporate that into your site links. Next, click Save on your site links and scroll down to Callouts. Callouts are short text phrases that appear below your ads similar to site links, but in this case they are not as long and do not link to other parts of your website. Callouts are best suited for adding phrases that help you stand out even more. Add as many as you can. For ideas on more callouts, think of the questions and the pain points your customers have. Think about your features and benefits. Are there any that you could use for callouts? You might include the following just as some examples. Voted best nail salon, walk-in appointments available, professional manicurists, book online today, open 7 days a week. And callouts can have start and stop dates too, so leverage these whenever you have something unique and time sensitive to promote. Create as many callouts as you think that will help differentiate you and appeal to your future customers' need. Call extensions. Add a phone number a customer can call when they click on the ads. You can set dates for this if you want as well, and you can designate for mobile or not. Next, consider loading an image that will appear next to your text ad. This is a great way to differentiate your text ad from the competitors, so choose a quality image that showcases your services well, or a photo of the final product. Now click Next. If everything is ready to launch, you will see the blue Publish Campaign button. If not, it will highlight any issues that you need to fix. Once you are ready, go ahead and click the Publish Campaign button and the ads will go to Google for review, and once approved will go live. This typically takes 24 hours for ad approval. So let's discuss display campaigns now. In comparison to search ads, display ads are banner ads, videos, or text ads that show on other websites, or on YouTube, or within Gmail to only the people you want to target. If you're not familiar with display ads, here's an example of a display ad, retargeting ad actually, showing at the top of Jim Cramer's show Mad Money on CNBC. But display ads can show on hundreds, thousands of different websites, and you have many options for targeting just the right people. But most importantly, display ads are inexpensive. Many display ad campaigns cost pennies per click. Compared to search ads where we bid on keywords, display ad targeting is entirely different. For example, you can target based on demographics, including age, sex, male or female, education level, household income, whether they are parents, and other demographics. This allows you to target only your ideal customers so you can keep your ad spend focused and reduce wasted ad spend. And similar to Facebook ad targeting, with Google's display ads, you can reach people specifically on unique behaviors. For example, affinity and in-market audiences. These are people that are actively searching for or are regular visitors of beauty salons, day spas, hairstylists, nail bars, and more. Because Google knows so much about what sites we visit and what stores we visit, it has built-in audiences of people we want to sell our services to. Here are some of the options for in-market audiences for beauty and personal care. Here are the options for affinity audiences for beauty and wellness. And one of the most effective ad tactics you can use with Google Display Ads is retargeting. With display ads, you have the option to show ads to people that visited your website in any time in the past year. This tactic is referred to as remarketing, and remarketing is a very effective, low-cost tactic for increasing repeat visits with existing customers or bringing prospects back that didn't convert on a first visit. Imagine if you wanted to push gift card sales during the holidays, Valentine's Day, or Mother's Day. You can create new display ads with an offer and push that out to all your past site visitors. And lists of past website visitors can be substantial in size. It's not uncommon to have a list of 50,000 or 100,000 people just in your local area. Where else can you get that kind of exposure? And consider that people most likely to buy from you in the future are those that are already customers and have purchased from you in the past. So the benefits of display ads include lower cost per click, so your budget goes further than compared to search, huge exposure potential, so you can create broad awareness in your local market, retargeting ability, showing your ads to past customers or people who didn't convert to a lead yet, helps close longer sales cycle customers. So when and why would you run display campaigns? When you want to create broad level brand awareness to a very targeted audience, display ad campaigns are a good option. For example, maybe you want to reach women between the ages of 18 and 45 who are interested in or actively searching for beauty salon services, or more specifically, waxing or hairstylist services who live within 3 miles of your salon or spa. The options are endless here, but because these banner ads show on other websites, it's what we call interrupt marketing, similar to a billboard. The prospects are not as close to converting to a lead as search ads are. Display ads are more oriented towards branding, but keep in mind that creating broad brand awareness locally for your salon or nail bar will positively impact your leads over time. So let's talk about Google Ads budgets. How much do I need to spend? There are several ways to arrive at a reasonable monthly ad budget. If you're somewhat new to advertising your salon or spa services, the first thing to understand is that the size of your ad budget directly affects your results. This is because budget equates to the number of leads and brand exposure you can achieve in your local market. And larger budgets mean more leads and more brand exposure. So the first place to determine a Google ad budget is to decide what budget is reasonable for your sales goals. Let's talk about an aggressive growth ad budget. Established companies that are aggressive spend 5 to 15% or more of monthly sales on marketing. But the general range for an established business is to allocate 2 to 10% of monthly sales towards marketing and advertising. So if you're spending on the lower end of that scale, then growth is not the main priority. Instead, you're just maintaining sales to squeeze more cash out of your business versus setting it up for bigger success in the future. Next, establishing a budget for a less established or newer salon or spa. If your salon or spa is on the younger side or not as established, then using the percentage of current sales method to determine an advertising budget is often not the best approach. Here's a more practical approach to help you reach your sales goals and arrive at a reasonable Google Ads budget. Estimate your ad spend or ad budget as a percentage of your monthly future projected monthly sales goals that you want to achieve. So if you want to grow your sales to $80,000 per month, then 5 to 10% of that amount is considered aggressive. Of course, your budget needs to be within your comfort zone and your business's cash flow. Most importantly, however, your Google ad budget needs to be sustainable month after month. Starting and stopping marketing campaigns is not effective. If anything, start smaller but maintain consistency in spending and grow it as your cash flow improves. Consistency is a crucial ingredient to successfully growing leads and your salon sales. And see the video notes in the description for a link to my blog post on how to identify the ideal ad spend. The next option is for ad spend is benchmarking your spend from other salons and spas. So for reference, compared to some of your peers, the most conservative businesses spend as little as $500 a month on Google Ads. Conversely, the most aggressive spenders allocate $4,500 per month on Google Ads with additional ad spend that is going to Facebook and Instagram ads. So it all depends on your goals and your cash flow. But take a look at my other blog post, again, as I mentioned earlier, on how much I should spend on Google Ads. It provides a simple process that you can walk through to identify the best budget for what you're trying to achieve. So, in conclusion, to wrap this up, by embracing Google Ads for your beauty salon, capture more leads and sales for your salon or spa. Searches for all sorts of terms are continuing to grow consistently. And for Google search ads, we know people are interested in your services because they had to type in the search phrases. There are no other platforms that provide access to warm, pre-qualified leads like this. And if you need help with your salon or spa marketing, please reach out to me directly. We have been working in the spa and salon beauty space for more than 10 years and can help not only on your Google Ads, but a full range of digital marketing tactics. And if you have more marketing questions, leave a comment or email me directly at toby@39celsius.com. And again, if this video was helpful in any way, please give me a like, share it, or comment below. And until next time, I will see you on the web.